Ashton with your exercise of the week. This week we're going to do one that I know as Superman. You might know it as something else, but it's a really good one. It's really challenging. It looks really simple to do, and I guess it's quite simple to do incorrectly, but it's quite a challenge to do really well because there's a lot of things that can go wrong. So there's lots of things to watch out for. So as to what it works, basically in a nutshell, everything, but we'll go through that as we get cracking. Let's just show you the exercise first so you know what I'm talking about. So like all the exercises, the first thing we look at is A, B, C, alignment, breathing and core. So for alignment with this one, we're starting on all fours. So you want your knees under your hips and your toes flat with the lower leg in line with the knees and the knees under the hips. Then the hands are under the shoulders. Fingers are forward. Now, if that's too much of a challenge on your wrists, you might want to get a little hand weight to put to hold on to keep your wrist straight. But if not, you can go straight ahead into this. We're looking for a neutral spine, nice length through the back with the natural curves kept through the back and the core engaged. So the lower abs are gently lifting up and the pelvic floor is as well. So we're going to breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth. And the movement, I'll show you the movement before we talk about what it's working. So we're going to be moving one arm and one leg out in opposite directions and back in. So breathing in and breathing out to return. So what's going on here? We're looking at core engagement as we are with most of these exercises, well, all of these exercises. This one involves shoulder stability, so you don't want to be lifting your hand up like this, and you don't want to be lifting your arm and your rib all together and throwing your weight from side to side. So this exercise is about maintaining the stability in your body and the evenness in your pelvis and shoulders when you take a limb away. And that's quite challenging because it's very easy to just throw your weight from one limb to the other, from one stabilizing limb to the other. But because your core and your shoulder girdle is engaged in such a way, that's not going to happen, is it? No, Miss Rebecca? Okay, so this is the first part of the exercise. The shoulder blades are down the back. We're breathing in, sliding opposite limbs. So I'm lifting my leg from my bum and I'm stretching it out, almost trying to gap the hip joint, lengthening the arm without tension. I don't want like lots of tension in the arm. It's just floating up and returning back. And I'm trying to keep my pelvis square. So when you lift that leg, you might be inclined to rotate your pelvis over. So just make sure that the feeling might be for you that you have to drop that hip down to the ground and squeeze your bum a little bit more. Okay, if that's too much of a challenge, you can start with just doing the arms out and in, keeping the shoulder blades down your back, and then do the legs separately, and then you can add the diagonal pairs. So the next part of this exercise, which is very challenging, I'm still working on it. So we're going to take opposite limbs out, and then we bring both to the side, and then back to the front, and back down again. So we're going out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. So the whole time I'm looking to really lengthen the limbs out. I'm trying to push my leg as far away from me as possible and taking a big range of movement. I'll show you from the front just so you can get that view. I'm trying to keep my leg also when I take it around hip height, which is a bit of a challenge. So then we're working the side of the bum quite nicely. The other thing you want to watch when you bring those limbs up and over, that you're not throwing your weight over across. So you're still trying to keep that hip over your knee. That's where the big challenge comes. So it helps to think that this foot that you're pushing away, that you're really stretching that leg almost as like a counterbalance to this hip wanting to throw itself over. Okay, so we're going up, stretch, back and down. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. So, lots to watch out for. When you bring that leg around as well, make sure you're not collapsing your hip and pushing your ribs out to the opposite side so that your body's moving. It's a really big challenge in the core stability and engagement and keeping stability when you start moving those limbs around. So it really teaches your body, your torso, to be still when you can do anything with your body. And it's working these muscles in the side and your shoulder muscles as well. So good luck. Not an easy one, but make sure you do it either in front of a mirror or get someone to watch you, or you might even want to video yourself and then watch it back just to see what you're getting up to.